I can't think of anything more un-American than for members of Congress to be stoking fear and suspicion against fellow Americans or anyone else on the explicit basis of their religious beliefs. No matter what hysterical rhetoric we hear from our Republican colleagues, our Constitution is clear. In this country, people have the right to hold and express whatever religious beliefs they choose, or none at all. You don't have to agree with those beliefs, but no one can use the power of the government to punish or discriminate against those who do. There's nothing foreign or suspicious about that. In fact, there's nothing more American. Whether our colleagues actually believe the histrionic and unsupported statements they've made about Muslims and Sharia law, I'm not sure. But it does appear that today's hearing is the most recent expression of a cynical political ploy driven by the Texas Republican primary, where early voting starts in a week, and federal, state, and local candidates are trying to outdo one another with anti-Sharia, anti-Muslim sentiment in order to score political points. In the words of one Texas Republican political strategist, the Muslim community is the boogeyman for this cycle. It seems the pretext for all this bluster is a proposed real estate development in the Dallas suburbs led by the area's growing Muslim population, but there's no evidence it has anything to do with imposing Sharia law on non-believers of Islam. And there's no evidence it's a Sharia compound, as Texas Republicans have alleged. The Trump Justice Department itself closed an investigation into the development, finding no basis for any violation of fair housing laws. As with so many things Republicans bring to this committee, there's just no there there. But their view seems to be, as long as they can scapegoat someone or something for political gain, who cares, right? And it's entirely clear they don't care at all whether fellow Americans or others end up as collateral damage to the anti-Muslim hatred and fear that's being stoked. In addition, this hearing appears designed to support unconstitutional legislation. Last October, Chairman Roy introduced H.R. 5722, a bill that requires the government to, among other things, deny any immigration benefit, visa, immigration relief, or admission to the United States to any foreign national who adheres to Sharia law. It similarly directs the government to remove any foreign national already here if the government determines that the person is an adherent of Sharia law. This kind of government discrimination based purely on a person's religious beliefs, not actions, is a blatant violation of the First Amendment's free exercise and free speech guarantees. And to the extent that this bill implicitly favors Christianity or another faith over Islam by singling out Islam for government disfavor, could violate both the spirit and the letter of the Establishment Clause. By banning an adherent of Sharia law from the country, the